In today's video, we're going to cover how Flexera's SaaS Management module helps organizations achieve compliance and cost optimization for Salesforce. As you might have touched on in previous videos, having multiple discovery methods is really important to give depth and breadth of visibility. For Salesforce, we want to focus on the connector over here. We also want to combine it with agent and browser extension data to give very accurate activity usage. We might also want to configure the CASB and SSO connector, as it will give us better insights into how people are accessing the different applications within that subscription. We're going to assume for this example that the browser extension and agent have been successfully deployed. So we're going to do a quick check on the Salesforce connector over here and see how the data is reflected within the platform. Let's come back over here to home. Let's do a quick check on the connector over here. And as we go to Salesforce, if you haven't added the connector already, please do that. Add connector, give it a name, client ID, client secret, the refresh token, login URL, the company names, set the schedule, and if you need any help, you can always come over here to refer to the help button. That will bring you to the documentation page. Hit save when you're ready. And we want to do a quick check to make sure that it is running successfully. We can click in here, test the connection, and run the import. Now that the different discovery methods have been connected and configured correctly, let's just do a check on how that will be reflected in terms of the applications. If we go to the Applications tab, and we type in Salesforce into the vendor name, you can see these are all the SaaS applications we have picked up. The category and the subcategory is in there as well. And the different discovery types we have used to pick up how people are using these applications. Browser and verified, browser verified, CASB, SSO, and the connectors will also be reflected in there as well. When it comes to Salesforce, we want to focus more on the subscriptions. So let's come over here to look at Salesforce. Let's click on here, the subscription family view. And this is going to give us a high-level view of all the subscriptions we have purchased. In total, we have 120 types that we have put in. And these are the different org names that we have put in as well as the users, activity, and the subscriptions for each one of these organizations. If we need to, we can also drop more of these columns in here. And at any point, you can export this out to CSV or Excel. You can see we're pulling in for 6 organizations with a yearly total of 53.9 million. If we come over here to the individual subscriptions, we can see assignment, we can see activity, and you can see an overview of that as well. Scrolling down, we can see the individual subscriptions, and we can see the different organizations that we have pulled in from. Scrolling over to the right, we can see the amount that has been purchased, assigned, activity level, utilization percentage, potential savings, and monthly cost over here. At a very high level, we could click in over here and we can see some very preliminary data. This might be subscriptions that have been assigned to users but are not being used, or maybe subscriptions that have been given out to users but have not been used in a while. These are quick ways that you can drive some savings. Now, if we come over here to go to the details, we might want to also come here to edit and include some of the metrics, how long we want to track activity for, the billing period, the cost per unit, purchase date, as well as the start and end dates. This will give you better visibility on the spend and potential savings that can be achieved. We realize that Salesforce is not so straightforward because you might also have consumption-based metrics as well. That's why we have enhanced our SaaS Management module to include some of that insights as well. If we come over here to the Consumptions tab, we can see the different types of consumption for different orgs. If we drop down here, we can see for this one will be API requests. We can see the API request limits per month, how much has been purchased, how many are remaining, and what is the utilization percentage. And the same will go for your B2B orders placed. Orders placed, we can see the usage as well as how much is remaining. These usage-based insights help to drive even more savings beyond just activity level that we might have just gotten with the browser extension and the connectors. In the case of Salesforce, you can see there are a lot of users who have been assigned subscriptions but have not used them recently, or purchased but not assigned to any users. If we come over here, we can see the individual subscriptions within the subscription bundles, and the users who have been using all of these subscriptions as well. In this case, we also might want to focus on inactivity over here. If we drop down to the specific users, we can see the subscription they have been given, as well as how often they've used it as well. Last active, 3 months ago, potential savings €4 per month. Multiply that across 100 plus users, and there's significant savings that can be achieved. When it comes to managing your Salesforce subscriptions, do remember to put in the cost as well as expiration dates. Use the dashboards over here. They're going to give you some immediate insights into vendors that are going to be due for renewal, as well as the potential savings. We can come over here, make sure that we put in the columns for expiration date, and we want to focus on, let's say, a specific vendor. Put that in here. Or from the cost perspective, we can come over to the subscription cost, put in for Salesforce here, and maybe you want to sort out for largest potential savings that can be achieved for these subscriptions. Partner community seems to be a good one. €44,000 worth of potential savings that can be achieved. We hope you found this video helpful to help you drive cost optimization and compliance when it comes to your Salesforce subscriptions. We hope to see you in the next video. Thank you.